Hi, and welcome back to another episode of Pitt Law vlog. I am Taylor Mosley, a current 3L, and this is my fiance Renel, also a current 3L.
Hey everyone, this is Kevin Tucker. I guess I graduated from Pitt Law in 2011, and this is my wife Ashley Hileman, who graduated in 2013.
Nice. So how did you guys meet?
Oh yeah, and most importantly,
watching from the background is Pierogi Hileman. Not a Pitt Law grad, but a supporter.
But and guarantees to get this vlog the most views of any posted today.
How did you guys meet in law school?
So I guess maybe there's like the
story you tell.
The story that you tell strangers on YouTube, and then the story that is real. So we're gonna go with the YouTube story.
Okay.
I was president of PLISIF my second and third years of law school, and I guess Ashley and I crossed paths because she was a PLISIF member as well, despite being a couple years behind me.
Yeah, and then there were also like, you know, bar reviews and such involved. So
yeah, Shady Side Saloon, which doesn't exist anymore, also played a role in our origin story.
Yeah.
And karaoke and you know, all the rest of the law students on a Thursday. So you know, a combination of student activities and bar review.
What about you guys?
Well, we met before school started in orientation, or well, before orientation at, was it KNL? No.
Wasn't it Rex?
Yeah,
before
Rex. Orientation. And yeah, we were friends for the first 2 years of law school and just were on different boards together. Both of us were on the board for BALSA. You were treasurer that year, I was secretary. Yeah. And yeah, it took probably a good 2 years to start dating.
Mind you, she also sat next to me in evidence.
Yeah.
Okay. So what was that like? So you guys were friends before you started dating?
Yeah.
What was that like? Because we really weren't. We were more of acquaintances, and I think that it was probably easier for us to jump into the relationship without, you know, the pre-existing, you know, studying together or hearing one another in class. And so what was that like, making that jump?
I think the studying together is what ended up with us dating. Mm-hmm. We had BizOrg, well, evidence first and then BizOrgs, and I was really, really bad at BizOrgs, and he seemed to always know what he was talking about when he was being cold called. I think now he was making it up on the spot. But no, we just spent more time together because I really was very lost in that class, and it seemed like he had answers and he had resources that I didn't pay for. Mm-hmm. And then we eventually started dating after that, but I don't know, I think it helped.
Yeah,
it definitely helped. Being there studying for BizOrgs was like one of those things where it's like it was like one of those moments you kind of slow down a little bit, especially because like for me, like that semester I had like 6 exams, so I was just pretty much just going on my own, just trying to do whatever. And then like a lot of times, she's correct, I was winging it. So having someone who's there, who's like, hey, can we study together so we can figure this out for the final, because she was going to office hours, I wasn't. And like having someone's other point of view, I was just like, all right, slowing down, seeing things, and we just kept talking and talking. And it just
that's a good move. Sending one person to office hours. Like I wish that I had done that, because I never went to office hours, and I always regret never going to office hours.
Yeah, I got to know Professor O really well that way. I was in his office with a group of like 3 other people, probably once or twice a week. We pestered him a lot.
So the reason I was asking about that is because I was 2 years ahead of Ashley, and I always found it really difficult drawing the line between trying to be her, you know, tutor, or, you know, teaching her, and realizing that that's not what she wanted from me. You know, she had plenty of those people on her own, but that was a really difficult part, I think, in our early relationship. Me just really trying to figure out what support role that I was playing, and that it was not as a professor.
Yeah, I think that's true, but I think it was also kind of tricky for us at the beginning too, because you were a 3L and I was only 1L. So he started to study for the bar exam pretty soon after we started to date. And so I was trying to like balance between like, I want to see this person all the time versus like, I know he's got a really important exam to study for. So trying to like figure out how I could be supportive when I didn't really get yet what studying for the bar was like and how stressful it could be. So trying not to be like a pain and also, but trying to like support you however I could was kind of a interesting tension there, I think.
Yeah, so I think the way that we fixed that is that we found all of the best late night happy hour and like food specials in town. And I think like 4 nights a week we were at the library on the south side because maybe they still do, but at 9:30 or 10 o'clock they just had an awesome food menu. So lots of I don't know, pizza and breadsticks and hummus, like
fried pickles or
fried
something.
pickle chips. Yeah.
Just like, so then he'd study you get up really early and study and then study sort of into the night, and then we'd finally kind of go out and do something fun.
Yeah, I mean, I studied a lot, more than most folks. You know, I certainly recognize that, but you know, the whole law school thing is a job to prepare you to pass the bar exam, and so I studied a lot. And so we were really mostly seeing one another late at night.
Yeah.
Yep.
So were you getting to know each other then, like during your bar exam, basically?
Yeah, because we really didn't start dating until the very end of my third year.
Yeah, like March, probably his 3rd year. So.
Yeah, but after the bar exam was awesome.
I bet. I mean, if you can make it through that, then you're set.
Yeah. I knew she must have liked me because she didn't see me that much, or maybe, who knows, maybe she was dating other people on the side because she had so much flexibility. I don't know. But yeah, so that was one of the things that I, just the whole figuring out my role, Ashley trying to figure out how she best could support me. Those were 2 of the things that we had to learn, and I think that we were successful in doing along the way.
Yeah, and then like it flipped when I was taking the bar 2 years later, and you were again trying to not sort of talk at me or teach at me, but just be there and be supportive.
Because I obviously, that's one of the benefits that you do have dating someone in law school is that they probably are going to have a better ability to be empathetic, going through it themselves, or for me, having gone through it already. As we all know, it's a lot of work, and so to have someone who's also working on your side or by your side is we thought very helpful. One thing I will also say is that it's a really small world. We all know that. So if things don't go well in your relationship in law school, it could be tough. So that's, in all relationships, you should be treating everyone with respect. But it's really especially true when you're surrounded by people who are going to be your business partners, who are going to be the judges presiding over your cases, who are going to be opposing counsel, who are going to be already at the firm or the company that you've just submitted a job application to. And just as in the classroom, in the lobby, on Thursday nights, like you always have to keep that in mind. One of the things that I say a lot when I'm speaking with law students is like referral income is one of the greatest things in the world. You as an attorney can just broker clients to other folks and you can get a cut of that business. And that's a really substantial factor. It can be a really substantial factor for you and your family. No one's going to refer you business if you're a jerk. So don't be a jerk. And I think that that's really important for your friendships and relationships alike.
Yeah, most definitely.
So you guys are taking the bar this summer?
Yes.
Hopefully.
Right. I know, man. Okay. So, but it's nice. It sounds like you've got sort of like experience studying together and everything like that. Do you plan to kind of study together for the bar or kind of do a little separate? Okay.
I get really stressed out before big things, and he's like calm as a cucumber, just the most irritatingly reasonable person you could ever see. And I know that I will not be pleasant to study with. So I just need to like be in my own bubble, just like go through the videos at my own pace, rewatch them at my own pace, and his calmness will annoy me.
Yeah. It's one of those where it's only if it's absolutely necessary. We have certain classes together still, like raising the bar and writing for results and stuff. Mm-hmm. Even those, like, we work on them separately on our own pace and everything. So just know we just have our own study styles. Mm-hmm. But only when it's like, all right, do you know the answer to this? Can you help me on this? That's the only time where we're just like, we'll trade answers and study together. But otherwise,
I guess that's true. Yeah. I will still ask questions on like the topics that I really just don't click for me the first time. But mostly separate.
It's an important lesson to learn.
And it's important that you feel comfortable asking the questions. That's awesome.
Yeah.
One thing that I will say while we're talking about the bar exam, in my lifetime in Pittsburgh, which has now been about 12 years, I have found power outlets outside at exactly one location.
Okay.
At Chatham, there are some beautiful picnic tables with power outlets. No one is there during the summer. I really encourage you to go study up at Chatham.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, it's absolutely beautiful up there.
Some good insight.
Yes, yeah.
Well, I had a question because I believe both of you kind of like are in labor and employment, right? If I'm correct, but just on different sides.
Yeah. I used to, before Ashley went in-house, I used to sue Ashley's firm's clients a lot.
Yeah, so that's so it's been funny to kind of watch it evolve from like law students to practicing attorneys, and it's still sort of the same thing, I think, where you try to be supportive without telling me that I made a terrible mistake. But then also I think Kevin has a habit of like playing devil's advocate sometimes. So there have certainly been, I would say, spans of time in our relationship where I've just not wanted to talk about work because like if I bring something up, especially with him being on kind of like the opposite side, he'd be like, well, I disagree. And I'd be like, this is not a fun conversation to have.
But I think, unfortunately, it also happens a lot just in terms of what she's dealing with in the office. So it's not necessarily like case specific, but personnel specific, drama specific, and me wanting to say, go march into this person's office and say A, B, and C, and but I have no idea what the dynamics are in the firm, and we're just different personalities to begin with, and so that can be a real struggle too.
Yeah, I've definitely said to him before, don't lawyer me in arguments. Like he'll just throw out some legal jargon that has nothing to do with what we're arguing about, just to like, I don't know, bolster it, and just like don't lawyer me. So that's our rule. We can argue, we can disagree. Do not lawyer me.
It's that same off the cuff brilliance, cool, calm as a cucumber that he's got in his works. Impresses Professor O, but not Taylor.
Pretty much.
Do you guys sort of have, obviously, Renel, you're gonna start with Ogletree, but Taylor, do you guys kind of have like different areas of the law that you're planning to practice in, or?
Yeah, I'll be at Burns White in their healthcare department. So it's pretty different. His focus is more data privacy, IP, and then obviously the labor and employment they do primarily at Ogletree. But yeah, we'll be in different areas, both on the defense side, so we shouldn't have that same issue of our clients suing each other. But,
yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, so you'll be right next to Ashley. Ashley is,
yeah. Nice. Yeah, Argo's offices are right next door to Burns White, so I'll maybe wave at you occasionally.
Okay. Yeah, we can see some of your conference rooms, so depending on where they put me, and my office might be within waving.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. And just to cover the whole gambit, so I'm a plaintiff's lawyer. I actually just launched a new law firm last Monday.
Wow.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Yeah, me and a buddy who's also a Pitt Law grad launched East End Trial Group, where we'll be doing a lot of consumer class action litigation and data privacy. So maybe I'll see you someday.
Well, based on how you've sued Ogletree's people, I'm sure it'll probably be frequent.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So I think that you probably know, if you found this on YouTube, that this is part of Pitt Law's vlog. One in a long series. So make sure you go back and check out the other episodes that are posted. I see bloggers say like comment below. So, comment below. And most importantly, say hello to Pierogi. I think that we should freeze this picture at the start of the blog to get everyone to click on it. Okay, thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
Nice to talk with you guys. See ya.
Bye.
Bye.